What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games. In today's video, I'm going to show you the best builds that you should build to defeat the upcoming 7-star Water Terra Hisuian Samurott for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We're going to be breaking down the best attackers, special attackers, and supporters as well. And of course, guys, like this type of content, enjoy these videos. Please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. Consider supporting the channel by joining the Pan Fam by hitting that join channel member button below. Now let's dive into the breakdown. So looking at the Hisuian Samurott, we know it's going to be Terra Water, and we know that it's going to have the hidden ability Sharpness. Now Sharpness is a scary ability. It's going to boost slicing moves by 50%. So all slicing moves that this Pokemon may have will get an additional 50% damage boost, and with a 50% damage boost plus 108 attack plus stab, a lot of these moves are gonna be terrifying. Now looking at the stats here, 90 HP, pretty bulky, honestly respectable. 108 attack is definitely something we need to respect, plus slicing moves. I am definitely afraid of this, and because of that combination, I do believe that the Hisuian Samurott is gonna be mostly a physical attacker. Now looking at that special attack, 100 is also a great stat as well, but I do think it's going to have fewer special attacking moves because one, the stat is less, and two, there's really not that many slicing special attacking moves in general. So we actually want to get hit by those moves more often because they should be doing more damage, and I'm expecting some more coverage in that slot than anything else. Now looking at the defenses here, we got 80 defense, and 80 defenses, it's all right. It's not too respectable, but looking at that special defense, it's 65. It's a lowest stat, and this is the stat we want to target it down with because this Pokemon is absolutely frail. I mean, yes, it is Terra Water, so it has two weaknesses, which is going to be to Grass and Electric. But hey, a nice lightning bolt can come down and smite this Samurott out of existence, and that's definitely going to be part of our plan. 85 speed is a little bit respectable. It's going to outspeed some of our options here, but it's not going to outspeed anything that is really good or really fast. It's like a mid speeds here, so it's not anything to actually worry about for the most part. Now looking at the moves here, let's break down the physical moves. So Ceaseless Edge or Night Slash will be its physical dark move. Both of these moves are slicing moves, so we're gonna get that 50% bonus. Night Slash is way scarier. It does more damage, and it doesn't have a chance of missing, and high crit chance, 12% chance of critting with this. So this is way scarier than Ceaseless Edge. But Ceaseless Edge is the signature move of Hisuian Samurott, so I'm going to say it's probably going to have Ceaseless Edge, and that's going to be great for us because it does not get a boost in a crit chance. It will set up spikes, but spikes only matter if you actually faint. So overall, I think this is what we want to see, and I think this is what we will be seeing anyways. Now, Aqua Cutter is going to be a very scary water move. It's water type Night Slash. It's going to be stab, Terra boosted as well, potentially rain boost if it sets up the rain, but also has that high crit, 100 accuracy. It's a terrifying move. This is the scariest move in the entire raid here, and I believe this is going to be another lock-in for sure. Now for coverage moves, Secret Sword is its strongest non-stab slicing move. 90 damage, ignores defenses, so you can't like set up an iron defense if you use a Secret Sword because it'll just dodge all those iron defenses. So yeah, Secret Sword is very good, and fighting is a phenomenal move type as well, so I feel like that's another lock-in. And then X-Scissor and Mega Horn for the last coverage move. Now X-Scissor is a slicing move. It has 100 accuracy. No additional bonus besides that, though. So X-Scissor is a scarier move than Mega Horn. Mega Horn has a chance of missing, and it's not stab. The previous Samurott raid was a bug Samurott, so I can definitely see Samurott having X-Scissor or Mega Horn here. It would make a lot of sense to have like that comparison between the two, but it's also one of the better moves this Pokemon can even learn in general from its physical move pool. So I do think that's a lock-in on one of them, but this move is not really scary at all. Now looking at the special moves, Hydro Pump and Ice Beam are pretty much the two I'm betting on here. Hydro Pump is a move it does learn by level up, so a much higher chance, and it's a water move, and it could be rain boosted as well. So most likely Hydro Pump. Ice Beam will be a really good coverage move, and that would beat any of Dragon options that we may have, or a lot of other different types of Pokemon as well. Personally, Ice Beam is way scarier than Hydro Pump just because of the coverage, and it does reduce our options significantly. Now for setup moves, looking at it, doesn't have a lot of options, but the two big ones to me was really going to be Swords Dance and Rain Dance. Now I can totally see Rain Dance on turn 1, very similar how the Typhlosion had a turn 1 sunny day. Rain Dance on turn 1 would be absolutely scary. Rain Dance, stab, Terra boosted, Aqua Cutter, bam, something's dead, right? So it's going to probably be very important to at least resist water or maybe try to change the weather as quickly as possible. And then Swords Dance is just going to be its buffing move. Maybe use it during shields, maybe use it on turn 0. We'll have to wait and see, but that'll be really scary to have a turn 0 Swords Dance. And it could have focus energy, but I'm sort of not, it doesn't really make sense thematically. I think Swords Dance and Rain Dance make a lot more sense to me. And let's begin with our special attackers, because that Samurott has way less special defense than defense. So special attackers can be very premier in this raid. Now we're going to begin with Miraidon. So if you have Pokemon Violet, you should have this option. And by now, I assume a lot of Pokemon Scarlet players do at least have one of these now. So we're going to go Miraidon with Electric Terra. And I'm actually going to recommend either Magnet or Life Orb or Metronome. Those are all great. I don't think Shell Bell is necessary because we do have Recovery with Parabolic Charge. Now I'm going to go max HP, max special attack, modest nature, and our ability sets up electric terrain, but it also gives us an additional special attack boost when the electric terrain goes up, which is phenomenal. And we're going to be doing an insane amount of damage with this Miraidon. Now, our signature move, Electro Drift, with the secondary effect applied, this move does 133 damage, and then you add on the super effective, the stab, and the electric terrain, and the special attack boost that we were getting additionally just from having the terrain up. So that's a lot of damage just coming from Electro Drift, and this move is going to be absolutely crazy. Now, the reason why we don't need Shell Bell on Miraidon is because we have Parabolic Charge, and this move will give us back HP when we deal damage with this move. It's essentially Electric type Drain Punch. It does less damage, but it is stab and super effective here. Of course, it's going to get that Electric Terrain boost as well, so this is going to be giving us all the sustain we need. Now, in the beginning, it might be great to actually use a couple of metal sounds to lower that Samurott special defense by even further. So starting at 65, you use a couple of these, and you're going to be killing it super quick. And for the last move, you have a couple of options here. I do like Calm Mind because you get that special attack and that special defense boost. Or you could use a move called Charge. Now, Charge will give you a special defense boost, but the next electric attack you use on the next turn, the electric attack will get a bonus damage of 50%. So that could be really good too. I personally like Calm Mind more just because I like having that +1 special attack just stay there consistently, and I'll have to keep reading put up Charge. Now, if you don't have Miraidon, it's okay. There's another phenomenal Pokemon for you here, and that is going to be Mr. Bellybolt, with is going to be an Electric Terra, and you can have, once again, Magnet is a good option, Life Orb's a good option, Metronome's a good option, a lot of good ones for Bellybolt here, up to you. And I'm going to go max HP, max special attack with the modest nature, and our ability is actually really great. So whenever this Pokemon takes damage, the next electric type attack that this Pokemon uses is boosted, which is going to be a huge damage buff for sure. And the good news is we are slower than Samurott, so we're always going to be taking a hit and then getting a boosted electric hit off, which is going to be phenomenal. Now, depending how this raid goes, Thunderbolt might be replaced by Thunder. If the Samurott does put up rain, then we could do Thunder instead of Thunderbolt. But for now, I'm just going to keep Thunderbolt because it's a very safe move. 90 stab, super effective. It's going to be great. Now, once again, like Miraidon, we have Parabolic Charge, so we can get our HP back with this. This is why we don't need Shell Bell. Unlike Miraidon, we have a better way of lowering special defense. We have Acid Spray. Now, Acid Spray works through shields, lowers that special defense by 2, and is 100% accurate. Way better in Metal Sound. So this is a huge up compared to Miraidon. And for the last move, I recommend Electric Terrain. We do get a terrain boost, a damage boost with Electric Terrain up. It lasts for 5 turns. Now for our next special attacker, I'm going to recommend Appleton. Now this one is a bit of a caveat for any of the grass attackers. If there is X-Scissor or Mega Horn, they're probably not going to be the best options, but I do think it's worth mentioning because if you don't have that, then these Pokemon are going to be absolutely phenomenal. Appleton 4 times resist water, which is going to be great. And we're going to go Terra Grass with the Shell Bell. Max HP, max special attack with the modest nature, and thick fat will allow you to resist some ice moves as well. So it's not going to be 4 times super effective. It's just going to be 2 times super effective if it does have Ice Beam. Now, the big thing why Appleton's really great is because Apple Acid. This move lowers the target special defense and it deals 80 damage, special damage. That's going to be absolutely phenomenal, especially if you're in an online raid pairing this with a Pokemon who can provide Acid Spray support. Then you're going to get that special defense down to -6 incredibly quick. Now, what I really like about this Pokemon is we do have Sunny Day, and you can use Sunny Day to counteract a Rain Dance. And after that Sunny Day, you can start using Growth, boosting both your physical attack and special attack stat by +2. So you can do Sunny Day and then start spamming Growths and getting those +2s, +4s, +6, then start hitting Apple Acid. Iron Defense as the last move because this will give you a +2 to your defense. Of course, something like Sacred Sword would ignore the defense boost, but it's going to be really helpful to take those like Night Slashes or Ceaseless Edges. Now, for our last special attackers, going to be Arceus. Same thing I said. If there is something like X-Scissor or Megahorn, then it's probably not going to work out well, but I have to mention it. Arceus with the Grass type with the Grass Terra. Standard Arceus build, max HP, max special attack, modest nature. And we're going to be going with Judgment, which is going to be a grass special move. Acid Spray, which goes through shields, deals 40 damage, going -2 special defense. Recover for our HP sustain. And Calm Mind to boost our own stats. And it's just going to work as standard Arceus. This Pokemon keeps on working, so if you have this, it is another great build that could potentially solo too. Now for our physical attackers, and I have 2 options. And number 1 is going to be Ogerpon, grass type, no mask with the Grass Terra and Shell Bell. Now we're going to go max HP, max attack, adamant nature. Our ability is Defiant, but I don't believe that's going to get procced in this raid. But if it did, that would make this Pokemon even better. Now, the cool thing about Ogerpon is Ivy Cudgel. This move is 100 damage, physical, 100 accuracy, but has a high chance of critting, so 12.5% chance of critting. Now, if you did Ivy Cudgel and a Focus Energy, you have a 100% chance of critting, which is going to be absolutely massive, and that is what we're going to abuse here. We can boost our attack with Swords Dance, and Horn Leech will do massive amount of damage, and it's also going to give us back some HP. This is just grass type Drain Punch, so that's why we don't necessarily need to run something like Shell Bell. You could change this potentially to a Scope Lens. You could change this to a Metronome. You could change it to a Life Orb. It's going to be up to you and what you want to decide here for the item, but there's a lot of phenomenal choices for the Ogerpon build in general. Now, our last physical attacker is going to be Iron Hands with the Electric Terra and the Shell Bell. Max HP, max attack, adamant nature. And the big thing here is going to be Thunder Punch. It's going to be our big damage move. And Belly Drum is what we're going to do on turn 1 and use a Belly Drum and get that HP down to 50%. But have that maximize attack. Now, if Iron Hands takes too much damage, though, then I would recommend removing the Belly Drum and putting Swords Dance here. It will hit pretty hard with whatever it hits us with, but Iron Hands does have a massive HP stat and defense stat in general. Now, Drain Punch won't really be used here because we do have Shell Bell with the Thunder Punch, but Electric Terrain will give us a further boost to our damage and it'll proc our Court Drive ability. So this is going to be a pretty solid option, but if you had to pick between the 2 physical attackers, Ogerpon is vastly superior. And now for our supporting builds, and my favorite is going to be Quillfish. And I'll say there's 2 Quillfish. There's Hisui Quillfish and regular Quillfish. Both are phenomenal. Both have different perks. Regular Quillfish here is a water type, resists water moves, and the other Quillfish, Hisui, gets to use the item Eviolite, so you have even more bulk. So up to you, do you want to resist water moves, or do you want to have even more bulk and also resist dark type moves? Both are going to be phenomenal. Up to you. I'm a little bit more afraid of water personally. And for this one, I do recommend Shell Bell. Of course, the other one, I would recommend Eviolite. And they're both going to have the exact same build. Chilling Water is phenomenal. It's going to lower that physical attack stat. Acupressure is going to help you buff up your allies with a random stat boost, which can be absolutely phenomenal if it's like physical attack for physical attackers, special attack, or any of the defensive stats. It's going to be great. Acid Spray is going to help you lower that special defense through shields or even before shields, which is going to be great as well. And your last move is going to be up to you. I like Icy Wind because you can make the Samurott slower. So it makes it so that you personally can outspeed it because you're not going to outspeed it with your slow Quillfish. Now, max HP, max defense is going to be the move here. And then the ability is going to be Intimidate. So when you start the battle, you're going to lower that attack by 1. Now, our next supporter is going to be Hisuian Gudra. Love this Pokemon with the Shell Bell. And a reason why I love this is because if it does crit us a lot, we're going to have Shell Armor so we can prevent all crits coming at us. And you want to go max HP, max defense. Mine's currently max HP, max special attack. But that's going to be up to you and what you decide. I think HP special defense is going to be what you really want here, though. So we're going to go Chilling Water Acid Spray combo, just like with Quillfish. Life Dew to give everyone some HP back. And then Tearful looks actually going to be really nice in the beginning of the raid because it's going to lower both the physical attack and the special attack. So if it does have like a Hydro Pump or an Ice Beam, you can negate that damage as well, which is going to be really nice. And our last supporter is going to be Gastrodon. I would recommend a Water Terra and Shell Bell. Max HP, max defense, bold nature, so minus attack plus defense with the ability Storm Drain. This is going to boost your special attack stat. Not necessary, but it's nice because you're going to be immune to water moves. What I like about this Pokemon is you have Clear Smog to remove any Swords Dance from the Samurott, which is really nice. Mud Slap is going to be great too. Lower that accuracy, so it's going to miss more on everyone. And then Chilling Water to lower that physical attack stat. And then we have Recover for that HP sustain. And there we have it, guys. Those are all the builds I recommend for this upcoming 7-star Hisuian Samurott raid. Of course, guys, like this type of content, enjoy these videos. Please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. And we'll have more raid guides coming for solo and for the one-turn KO. Peace out and have a good one.